One of the questions that I get from clients on occasion is whether or not we need to prepare all of their returns, the personal and the business returns, or can we just do the business and then they'll use some canned software package to do the personal return because that should make it simple. And my answer is, obviously, you need to do what makes sense for you. But I also try to help them understand that when we are able to work with all of the pieces, we're able to get a better result. And so it's kind of like when you go to a concert, and I confess that classical music is not necessarily my favorite. A little bit goes a long way. But if I went to a concert and I saw the conductor begin the symphony, but only the percussion responds whenever he does anything, then I feel like I'm going to be missing out on the rich sound that the entire orchestra could be giving me. And if I was to talk to the conductor, I suspect that he would feel like I feel hamstrung because I'm not able to get all of the pieces of the orchestra to give me the sound that I'm really looking for. And so the sound's not going to be as good. The percussion might be great, but it's just a piece of what I'm looking for as a conductor in order to create the music that everyone came to hear. Well, that's the same way that I feel, and not to compare myself to a master conductor, because when it comes to preparing taxes, it's obviously very different. But all of the pieces of information that can go in so many different places, depending on the result that we're trying to accomplish, if I can only use the business return, for example, to put that information on it, some of that information can't go on the business return. Some information could go on either the business or the personal. And depending on how it's reported, I can change the result either to our client's benefit or potentially to get a better result from another objective that they have if I can use all of the pieces that are available to personal and business reporting of taxes. And I can't do that if I'm just doing one return or another. Now, there are some things that have to be reported properly in both places in order for them to work together synergistically, and some things that have to be reported in a certain way in both places. And so again, if we're only doing one piece or the other, then we kind of have one arm tied behind our back, or we're missing pieces of the orchestra in order to make the music that we're trying to when it comes to reducing tax liability and reducing audit risk. And so in the end, do what makes the most sense for you. But it is easiest and most effective for us to be able to prepare all of the involved returns when it's possible. Now, if you have questions about your specific situation and whether or not that's going to be helpful, then we'd be glad to discuss it, and we'll give you an objective response to it, because we know that reducing cost is also important. But many times, if we're able to do all of the returns that are involved, we can get the result better. And usually that's between 25 and 40% tax savings, which more than justifies the cost. So give it some consideration as you're making those decisions, and don't hesitate to contact us if you have questions.